What you do first says everything about the kind of day you're going to have and the kind of person you want to be and the kind of person that you are. Chapter 3, the people had made their way back to Jerusalem. And the first thing they decided to do before they did anything else was find the altar. They went to the rubble and the shambles of what was the temple, and they found pieces of the altar. And they found the uprights for it and the place it was where Solomon had placed it. And they said, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build the altar, because men, that's where God meets you. Women, God meets you at the place of sacrifice. Men and women, wherever you sacrifice, that's where God meets you. And they knew that. And so they built this altar and they put dead animals on the altar. But when you and I sacrifice to God, we put ourselves on the altar. Romans chapter 12, verses 1 and 2. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. God says, put yourself on the altar first thing in the morning. Whatever you do first is what's going to determine your entire day. And so, how long do you go before you pray? How long do you go before you say, God, I need to put myself on the altar? Take my eyes, my ears, my mouth. Take my brain, take my heart, take my hands and my feet. Take all of me today. Because the longer you go, the more you live of your day in your own flesh, in your own self, doing your own things. And by the time you get to sacrificing yourself before God, you got a lot to confess. Why don't you start with giving everything to God in the morning? Ezra chapter 3 is an account of what the people did first, because they knew it mattered most. And the Bible says the world feared. The people around them saw the altar go up and they were afraid. Worship is the greatest form of warfare. And you're going to battle every day against the forces of evil, the world, the flesh, and the devil. And the way to do that is to begin with worship.